What is up, everybody? It is your boy Nick Noodles coming at you with another great video. And today we are showing off my entire Supreme collection, and it's grown quite big over the last year and a half. I started buying Supreme in like May of 2019, I think. Once I started making some actual money from an internship, I found it justifiable to waste money on Supreme. And now here we are blowing money every single week, it seems like, on new items. So for 2021, I'm probably going to chill out with Supreme a little bit, maybe just focus on accessories from them, and maybe grab like a piece or two of clothing every single season. I'm definitely going to be focusing more on reselling Supreme products as well as focusing more on shoes this year, I think. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at everything I own. Let's start off with hats. I have way too many hats right now. We have 4S logos. So we have the Gore-Tex olive green S logo. This came out in fall winter 20, and I really like this material a lot. The only thing is, this is like Gore-Tex and it's not really waterproof. I don't even think it's really water resistant. When I think of Gore-Tex, I think of like water literally beating off this when you run it under a sink or something, and that doesn't happen with this, but this is definitely a very quality hat. Next, we have this other S logo in this like peach pink colorway. I don't even know what season this is from, to be honest, but I got this off Grailed. Definitely more of a spring summer colorway, so I haven't been wearing it as much. We have the corduroy S logo that I got off of Boone's raffle. I really love this. I might get more corduroy pieces this year, so I really love having this hat in the collection. Next, we have this denim camp cap. It's embossed. I was wearing this a lot over the spring and summer. I haven't been wearing it as much now, but I really like this. I think the logo is pretty subtle on it, and it's not too obnoxious. The denim could be a little questionable to some people, but I do like it on me. Next, we have this like blue and white striped train conductor S logo hat. I really love this hat. Before I was into Supreme, I wore this Huff hat a lot. Rest in peace. And it's pretty much like literally the same design, except they have different logos on them. So I wore this like way before I started buying Supreme, and it's just cool to have like an S logo in the same design. We also have a small box logo hat in the corduroy material. This is from fall winter 20 as well. Super nice design. I really like the subtle Supreme pieces where they do the small box logos, and the fact that it's corduroy, definitely more unique. I really love this piece. Lastly, we have my only beanie at the moment, and it is the loose gauge, and I think the rust colorway or the orange. I can't remember which colorway this is. And fun fact, when this thing came in the mail, it smelled like absolute ass. Like, I don't know why. I think it's like a wool smell or something, but it literally smelled like ass, like the farm. And I don't know why. So I had to let this shit air out for like 2 weeks, it felt like. And even now, like, it still smells a little bit funky. Actually, it's not that bad, but yeah, this thing smelled like ass. And I'm not usually a beanie person because they look kind of goofy on my head. This one looks all right, but it's still a little bit goofy. So I haven't really worn this yet. It hasn't been that cold. Shout out global warming. But that pretty much wraps it up for hats. Let's move on to, I think, t-shirts next. All right, so this is every single t-shirt that I own. Let's just go through the pile one by one, I guess. The first t-shirt I have is the keyboard tee. I think this is from spring summer 19, and I don't even know if this is a legit Supreme tee because I got it off eBay for like 30 bucks when I was first starting to buy Supreme. Let me know if this tag is legit. I honestly have no idea. It feels legit, and the design is pretty nice. This was definitely a must-have for me because I'm into computers. I'm a very nerdy person, and on it says Supreme, mind your own fucking business. So this is a super clean tee in my opinion, and I could definitely never get rid of this, giving my roots in computer engineering. Next, we have the Pharaoh Sanders tee. This was from fall winter 20, literally just came out this year. I've showed this off in one of my unboxings, and I've never owned a photo tee, so I figured I might as well just cop this one, and that's literally what I did. Photo tees, they haven't really been hitting that well. They've been getting a lot of random people on these Supreme photo tees. Like, I don't think I've ever listened to a Pharaoh Sanders track, but I'm sure he's a legend with the saxophone, so maybe I should check him out. Hopefully, we can get some more iconic photo tees. I feel like ever since the Nas one, we haven't really gotten a super hype iconic photo tee. Next, we have my first Supreme t-shirt ever, and it is actually the Cat in the Hat Supreme collaboration. Super, super clean. I actually got this off StockX, and I can never get rid of this piece. It's actually like not that expensive considering the design. I think everyone was hoping that the Smurfs collab would have looked like this past season, but instead they gave us some garbage ass designs. I really, really like this piece. It's like a super subtle Supreme branding on it. I wish I had the skate deck as well. I really like the skate deck. Next, we have the Ramalzi tee. It's his tag, and I really, really love this piece as well. I definitely slept on the initial release because I did pay resale for it, but people were undercutting the fuck out of the market on this t-shirt. So I think I paid like $50 for this, which was pretty much retail on the resale market. I think the back here kind of explains his tagging or whatever. I really don't know anything about graffiti, but I like the design, so I'm kind of just hopping on the bandwagon and being a hype beast. Next, we have the Yamamoto Game Over tee, and I kind of wish I had kept the Yamamoto sweater, but I did sell it. I guess this is a decent consolation prize. I don't really know what this graphic is or where it comes from, but hopefully one day I will work up the courage to do some research on that, on Yamamoto, and figure out what this is actually referencing. Next, we have the Fall Winter 20 long sleeve box logo. There really isn't much to say about this other than that it is completely bricking on the resale market. I hope Supreme takes a break from these box logos because they've just been pumping them out and they're not as valuable as they once were. So if you wanted a box logo, now is definitely the time to pick one up on the resale market. Next, we have the Chrome logo tee. This is just a pretty basic t-shirt. There really isn't anything special about this. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't like the design because I do. But yeah, hopefully, next season we can get some more creative designs. Now, this is one of my favorite graphics that Supreme has done. It's the Dino tee, and it's on this really nice, like, maroon burgundy color. And I know a lot of people don't like the red colorways from Supreme, or even like this maroon cardinal, mahogany, whatever shade of red this is. But I like this graphic. Again, I don't know if this dinosaur is referencing anything, but I think it's pretty sweet. I think they had a tie-dye version of this t-shirt too that was pretty hard. Definitely one of my favorite designs, I think, from 2020. The spring summer tees were just way better than the fall winter 20 ones. So hopefully, again, Supreme can bounce back. This t-shirt is actually my first, I think, purchase off the Supreme website. And y'all are going to clown me for this one. It's the Supreme Qualite tee, I think is what they called it. It has like Supreme Quality Company and like fucking French or whatever on the front. But I paid like $75 for this t-shirt. It's one of their, higher quality red tag tees. I got it in this nice turquoise color. I really like the colorway on this. And, I don't think I could ever sell this tee just because it's the first piece I bought from the actual website. Next, we have the Mariah Carey tee. Recently got this off a restock after I took the meanest L on drop day. But this is a super sweet tee. I'm definitely going to hit in the holiday season next year. And, I got the best colorway off the restock. I was running random colors, and it blessed me with this green one. I was kind of hating on the photo tees. Is this even really a photo tee, though? Because she's not even wearing Supreme in it. It literally is just like, the only hit of Supreme is literally right here to Supreme. So I guess this is technically my favorite photo tee from the past, like, 2 years. But I don't really think people would consider it a photo tee. Last t-shirt we have is the Daniel Johnston Jeremiah the Frog I Know Supreme t-shirt. Super, super cool tee. Again, I don't really know much about Daniel Johnston, but I do know the significance of this graphic. And again, I kind of hopped on the bandwagon with it. That wraps up all the t-shirts. I guess now we should do hoodies and crew necks. All right, so we have the cross box logo hoodie. One of the most polarizing box logo designs of all time. A lot of people are hating on this design. I was definitely hating on it beforehand, but in hand and on body, especially in some of the colorways like this black one, the natural one, and the olive one, I think that this hoodie is pretty good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a box logo, and the colorways for this release were really, really fire. People are definitely sleeping on this. This is only going to go up over time. So again, if you want a box logo hoodie, this is probably the best one and the cheapest one to get. In a year's time, these are definitely going to be well over $500 or $600 in all sizes. So again, Don't sleep. Take advantage of it, especially in the spring and summer. I think these are going to be sitting pretty low still because there's not going to be a lot of demand for hoodies. But once we get into the next fall winter season in a few months, I think these are definitely going to skyrocket, especially if we don't get a box logo release. Next, we have another polarizing box logo design, and that is the cutout crew neck. It's definitely a box logo. Is it a good box logo? Probably not. I just kind of got this just to say I could have like some type of outerwear that was a box logo. These are absolutely bricking. Like if you sell it to the highest bid on StockX in some sizes, you're like gonna get retail prices. You might even lose money because you have to pay tax and shipping on Supreme. But again, there's really nothing special about this crew neck. I do like red colorways though. I think I'm one of the only few that likes red colorways. And you know, looking back, I probably should have went for the denim hole punch jacket instead of this. But you know, hindsight is 2020. I'll take what I can. This is my only Supreme crew neck that I own, surprisingly. Next, we have the Motion logo hoodie. Again, this is just an iconic Supreme design that they've done like 4 times now, I think. And the release of this online was absolutely horrendous. The site was so laggy. Botters were feasting at the beginning of the spring-summer 20 season. So I actually picked this up for resale, but I paid about like $220, which is about what, $40 over retail. So not too bad. If you don't know, these hoodies actually have like the date on them to separate them from the other Motion logo designs. So as you can see, it says 2020, and that just helps you identify what year these came from because they have done the Motion logo several times in the past. Last but not least, we have probably my favorite Supreme hoodie and the first hoodie I ever got from Supreme online, and that is the Cop Car hoodie. You've seen me wear this a bunch of times in my videos, but this design is so fire. Like the embroidery on it is so clean. I really love embroidery designs just because they age so well. As long as you don't like put it in the dryer, it's pretty much gonna look good for eternity. The stitching quality is definitely super clean, and I don't even know how they got some of these details on here. I guess all embroidery machines can do that. But yeah, this is a super fire piece. It resells for a decent amount of money now. I guess we can do some random stuff now before we finish off with the outerwear. We have some regular black shorts, and I thought that these were the nice side logo ones from Spring Summer 20, but they were instead these small ass box logo ones. So when I saw these water shorts pop up on my Discord, I thought they were a different design. So I checked out as fast as I could just to realize they were some basic ass black shorts. So that's kind of an L, I'm not gonna lie. We also have this sling bag from Fall Winter 20. I really like this bag. I usually take it out when I go hiking or just walking around trails. It carries a lot of stuff, surprisingly, and it's just pretty nice quality, you know. You can't complain about it. It was kind of overpriced, I'm not gonna lie, but I think these are actually reselling a decent amount. Supreme doesn't do these sling type bags at all. I think this is like the first season, or definitely the first season in a while where they've done them. But yeah, these were definitely a good pickup. They didn't really restock them that much this past season, so if you got it week 1 from Fall Winter 20, that was definitely a W. All right, I don't really want to show these because it's kind of nasty, but we do have the used Supreme Hanes boxers. Highest bid on these is $100. I have worn them, so you know that's why the bid is so high. But yeah, there's really not much to say about these boxers. We also got these socks. My parents gave them to me for Christmas. My parents also got me this Supreme Sig water bottle, which is pretty nice. I have so many water bottles is the only thing that I don't know how often I'm going to use this. But yeah, this is super nice to have. Maybe if I go camping, I can bring it because it kind of has the small like coffee cup or whatever. Some accessories, we have these Supreme Ziploc bags. This is a super unique accessory. There really isn't much to say about that. We also have the $20 lighter case that a lot of people received broken in the mail because Supreme is run by ants and they shipped it out in like some flimsy ass bag. We have the Opinel knife. Again, pretty overpriced, but this is actually a pretty high quality knife. And I really like it. I mean, this is something you can use every single day. Fun fact, I didn't know that you twist the top of it to lock it in place. So thank you to all the people that commented that. I really appreciate that. Otherwise, I would have been using it in this very unstable state for like all of eternity. We have the Supreme toothpaste, which again was packaged terribly. I actually used an entire tube of this for God knows what reason. This one is still dead stock. I don't know if this is ever going to have resale value in the future, but it's definitely a unique piece to have. Next, we have a balloons deck, and this is just a small part of my deck collection that I want to build up. Nothing too special about this design. It restocked on the website and sat for a few minutes, so I was able to pick this up pretty easily. I think skate decks are starting to make a comeback though. Like that pink camo deck went crazy. I sold it on StockX though, as well as the Smurf decks. Those also went pretty hard. The last accessory I have is the aerial deck, and man, resellers did this thing so dirty. Like this thing got botted to hell, sold out in like 15 seconds, and it's literally selling for retail on StockX. Like, I don't understand what the point of botting this was if you didn't want it for the personal. It's weird because this design is a lot more washed out than like the actual jacket. So I don't know what that is about. All right, so moving into my closet area, we have some outerwear. I want to point out this Supreme stool that I made. I actually have a whole video on making this. Basically, I said I would buy this Weedo stool when it came out, but then it was like $100, so I was like, damn, I'm gonna just go make my own. But then it ended up being like $50 and took me like an entire night to make this, so was it worth it? I think so. You probably wouldn't even know that that was custom made if you were from a distance. So let's go ahead and look at some of my outerwear pieces. I mainly only have 5 right now, plus a pair of pants that we'll get into. So this first piece is actually all the way from 2007, 2008, and it's the Supreme Respect the Wild parka. Super fire. We really don't get a lot of Supreme outerwear like this, and I was looking at this and it really reminds me of the North Face parka that came out, the Cargo Series one. We'll get into that in a second because I do own it. Next we have the flannel shadow plaid. This is just super basic, probably a little bit overpriced for what it is, but I've worn it in a couple videos and it definitely looks pretty clean on body. A lot of people didn't like these S's on them, but I think it's fine, and really it's not too distracting when you actually have it on body. Next we have the North Face Supreme RTG jacket. Now I'm super poor, so I don't have the actual vest that goes with it. I just have the actual jacket part, but I was a big fan of this collaboration. The only thing was it was like super expensive. It was like almost $700, so I actually paid like $450 for just the jacket portion. And you know, I think that was a pretty good price. Definitely has all the Supreme details on it. Next we have the Houndstooth jacket, and I wear this thing all the time in my videos. Super underrated piece in my opinion. Again, people really didn't like the loud Supreme branding, and you know, for some people the Houndstooth hurts their eyes, but I think it's super fire. If I open up the jacket, you'll see that I have the matching pants to go with it. My girlfriend actually got these for me for Christmas, and this is the only pair of Supreme pants that I own. As you can see, it's pretty much just blending into the jacket right now. Do you think it makes sense to rock these as a set, or is that just too tacky? Let me know. That would be a Houndstooth overload in my opinion. Lastly, we have the Cargo Series jacket. This thing has so many fucking pockets on it. It is absolutely ridiculous. And then, you know, if that was not enough pockets for you on the front, then we got this fucking pocket on the back, and it actually like holds a decent amount of shit in it. I can't undo this Velcro with one hand. I've actually been able to fit my entire Surface tablet in there. That's how big it is. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up all my Supreme outerwear. I don't have too many pieces, but the ones that I do, they're all black and gray, so you know, I have that going for me. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Let me know what y'all think of my Supreme collection. Is it garbage? Is it fire? Did I spend too much money on it? Again, I'm definitely going to chill out with Supreme this year. I'll probably just focus on accessories or like box logos or the North Face. I'm probably not going to be copying a lot of pieces from the lookbook, but I hope you all like this video. And if you want to see more content like this, definitely stay tuned for more. I talk about streetwear, sneakers, and Supreme all the time, and you don't want to miss that. So I hope to see you on the next video.